Hello, everybody. I wanted to start off by showing you the progress I've made on Miss Elsie's Afghan. Now, I am shooting this with my phone. Usually I do my computer, but since I've not been using my computer lately regularly, it's decided it doesn't want to work with me. So, I'm using my phone, which means I've not mastered putting intros and outgoes when I use my phone, so it's just my Afghan and me. Anyways, welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. I'm Kim, and this is my podcast about knitting and hopefully spinning before long, and some dyeing of yarn, which I'm hoping if my husband could find some Kool-Aid, I'll be doing some snow dyeing before long. Excuse me. The bad thing is, I don't have show notes to go by either, because I do those on my computer, and I am lost. Anyway, so I brought up last week's and I'm hoping to use it. Now, I know I'm a day late, but I do have a reason. There are times, this is not the time of year for allergies, so I don't know why it happens, but my eyes swell up so much, and I have to put eye drops on them and this lotion that I have on them. And yesterday, this one did not want to get down to its regular size. And it hurt me a little bit all day long. So I decided I'm just putting this off for a day. And along with that, we have a winner for my bag of little skeins. Linda C. Or, I'm sorry. Try Linda. Sorry, Linda C. Wrong one. Sorry. Try Linda. You've won this. And I did I only had 2 entries, but still, I let Random Number Generator do it, and I won. Try Linda responded on my YouTube show notes, which was fine. And then Try Linda did it in Ravelry. So I just put both their names, one was 1, one was 2, and did Random Number Generator. And so, Try Linda, you have won it. Now, you will need to message me. I would just send me a message either through Ravelry or, Ravelry would be best, with your name and address, and then I'll get this off to you as soon as we can, okay? Look for other giveaways as I'm trying to go through stuff, and I don't mind paying postage if it helps get it out of the way, so look for it every once in a while. Not every time, but once in a while. Anyways, I started talking about my podcast and I got distracted. Today is December 10th, 15 days till Christmas. I got myself a little countdown nativity scene this year, and my husband put it behind me. We have a shelf back there. And, but then I couldn't see it, so I put it on my bookshelves across the room from me. But, yeah, we've got this shelf behind us for a reason. The doggy likes to look out the window. And, sorry. I just realized I put my tea back there. He likes to look out windows. And so I thought, well, you know what? This couch doesn't have as wide of a back as our other one did. It's called Comfort and Joy. And, oh, it's so good. So we thought we'd get this little sofa table put between the sofa and the window. And it works out nicely for a lot of things. Like we have our Advent candles on there. It's a good place for me to put my drinks because we have a black cloth there. Thinking that puppy would like it if he didn't feel slippery. He doesn't. We put him on there the first time and it was not steady yet. It wasn't well anchored, and so Casper got a little bit afraid, and he doesn't trust it. So he still gets up on my shoulder and looks out the window, and I let him. Anyways, since I can't get to the internet handily, I don't know what Knit Picks and Michaels has on sale. But if you look at their ad and then you come back to my show notes, from previous weeks, let me get at ksnapier475.blogspot.com. And that's just paste and click. Paste. Cut, copy, and paste. There. The little link. Then I get a couple pennies from your orders. I know at this time of year I don't expect a lot. However, I did have to order some socks from Knit Picks, and I was surprised they let me do that still. So, anyways, so I don't know what they have, and I'm sorry about that. Now, we have a couple craft-alongs that are going on right now. We have a finished object one that goes on for 2 months at a time. And so right now we're on the ends December 31st. The finished object one. All you have to do is knit something, take a picture, and then, that reminded me of Harry Potter, and then post it on the correct thread. Okay? And then on January 1st, I will lock it. Yes, I will do it on January 1st. I've got a reminder on my phone. On January 1st, I will lock the thread, and I'll use random number generator to pick the winner. And what's the winner get, you say? You know, if it's a craft-along, you have to have winners. Well, that you can have either a physical $10 gift card from Michaels or Hobby Lobby, or a $10 gift card from Knit Picks, or any giftable pattern up to $10. Plus, if you would like, you could order, I could give you a pattern for free from Mila's Knit Corner. The money goes to help those in Ukraine. Oh, just a minute. Well, I had to get up because somebody knocked at the door, and it was my mail carrier. And I love that lady. But the last time, she used to always bring, no matter what size the package, she always brought it up to the house. And I hadn't seen her for the longest time. And the last time I saw her, she was just blacking out for no reason. So I really thought they've taken her off the route and all that. That was her at the door. She delivered a couple things, which I'll share with you in a few minutes. But yeah, she is the dearest lady, and I just had to give her a hug. And so, yeah. Anyways, so, wait a minute. So, I've told you my computer's not working. Well, I'm trying to charge it. So, let's see. We were talking about the finished object craft-along, and I think I basically told you just take a picture of your finished item, and it has to have been started no later than December 1st, and it has to be finished, of course, no later than January 31st. No, got that wrong. It had to have been started no earlier than November 1st, finished, of course, no later than December 31st. And just post it under Ravelry, and I'll put you in random number generator on January 1st, and then I'll let you know my next podcast, who the winner is. I'm trying to be better about posting regularly. Sorry, my shirt is just bunched up. Then we have another one, and talk about dear friends. Mila she is a sweetheart. She's originally from Ukraine, and so I decided to do a knitting from Mila's Knit Corner for December and January, December 2025 through January 2026. And if you don't have a pattern from her, let me know. Let me know which one you would like, and perhaps I can get it for you, okay? I didn't say that last week, but I really want to help her out, because I do know the proceeds go to help those in Ukraine. And she has relatives, or I don't know if she still does, but she did have relatives there when the war first started. Anyways, it's the same thing as far as prizes. Either a $10 physical gift card from Hobby Lobby or Michaels, or an e-gift card for $10 for Knit Picks, or any giftable pattern for up to $10, one pattern. And plus also, if you see another Vila Knit Corner pattern that you would like, let me know, because I like throwing those in for a bonus. So what do I have going on? Well, I kind of showed you Elsie's Afghan. See if I could bring it up there without knocking stitches off the needles. So yeah, sorry. So I've gotten quite a bit more done this last week, and I'm hoping that continues on because I do like working on it, and it's when I'm bouncing on my exercise ball, it's just a really nice way to keep. It gets me bouncing faster and harder, so it works up my heart rate, which is excellent. So I have that. Then yes, I'm still working on my super secret socks that are for a gift. Like I said, they're not for Christmas necessarily. They're just for whenever. I will tell you, both socks are to the same point. These are from CC Almonds. I always have to think what name it is. Cappuccino con Panna? Something like that. Anyways, so it does have a little pattern with it. I finished the heels, and now I'm working on the leg of them. So I'm hoping, if I am very diligent with them, I'll get them done soon. Like I said, there's no set date. But then I also have my soup kitchen socks. Sorry, knocked my little cup for my tea has a lid on it to help keep it warm, and I took it off earlier. Well, this sock for the soup kitchen, I am in the middle of a heel. That's it. This is going to be toe, heel, and hopefully cuff. So I'm in the middle of the heel right here. But this is what it looks like right now. And that's one sock. The other one I already finished the heel, but I don't like to go too much beyond, but I did do a little. Because I took this to church with me on Sunday. And because I would pull off a little bit of the yarn, then I'd tuck it inside the sock. So that way it didn't roll away. But there's the second sock, and yes, it's got a little done on the leg only because I took it to church, like I said. So it's the first time I've actually been to church for ages because I worry about migraines. But I learned this past Sunday, well, first of all, I had to block my ear on this side because that's the side of the drums. And the drums were really bothering me, so I just blocked that side. And then and then I would stay seated whenever they'd have people standing up to sing or whatever. And Randy would be on the left side of me. And him and the other people standing helped give a buffer so the drums didn't bother me so much. So I may try it again this week. Just have to see. So a lot of it also depends. Ronald is getting ready to take a trip out east to see his other son and his wife. He's going to spend over Christmas with them, which will be wonderful, I know. Anyways, it'll be different around here. I won't, even though he's very quiet and he sleeps most of the time. It's just knowing he's here. Okay, that's everything I'm working on. Which I told Randy, when I look back at my show notes from the first couple years, I was doing so many things. That's because I was doing a lot of pattern testing. And now I've decided, you know what? This Afghan, for one thing, keeps getting put off because I'm doing other things. So let's work on the Afghan. And the green socks that you saw, those are my evening knitting. And then when I go to bed at night before I'm ready to go to sleep, I work on the soup kitchen ones, and then I take them to church with me. So, anyways. Now, what did my mail lady bring? No yarn. But I am a big supporter of World Wildlife Fund. And I usually get a stuffed animal, but Randy goes, you know what? We have enough stuffed animals. And I said, I agree. He goes, why don't you get something else for you? Because it's weird, but these are, my donation is a gift from Lee, my baby in heaven. But I also usually get like a stuffed animal or something. Well, this time I picked socks. And you were able to pick which animals you wanted on the socks. So I got hummingbirds. My mom loved hummingbirds. I love hummingbirds. So, And we have a hummingbird. I was so surprised this last year because in the fireplace room, we have the window, the deck, and then I asked Randy if he could put the hummingbird feeder on the other side there of the railing so that I could see if I get any hummingbirds. Just a second, I want to check something. Okay, good. And I had one or two that would come up every day and drink from it. And then I went, I put my pomegranate out there because I remembered when I had a pomegranate once before, they loved eating from it. Anyways, and the next thing, I've always had a love for dolphins. So I got dolphins, and then I also got another animal I love. However, if they came to my yard, I probably wouldn't be happy because they are destructive. But fox. I think foxes are fascinating. So I got those from her, part of her delivery. Puppy always gets to get a toy out then. Then, as usual, I made a calendar this year. I love making them. This year, I told them what pictures I wanted and just let them put them wherever. I marked down when everybody's birthdays were and major holidays, but I thought I'd share the pictures with you. These are pictures of my mom and my dad in their honeymoon stage. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Then, I don't know when that picture was from, but it's my little sister Kelly, my mom, and me. And it was in the basement of our church. I just don't know when. And then there was a picture for when Tobias and Genevieve were here. Oh, it was a few years ago now, because Tobias still has long hair. And he was holding Heather. And then there's a picture of my little girl, Ginger. Still miss her, but, you know, I got this little fella here. He keeps me on my toes. Then, when we were shut down during COVID, Ronald and Randy would sit on the sofa like that every day, every Sunday, and they would watch the church service. This is a picture of our little Lee who's in heaven. And that was the first time I got to hold him, was the day he died. Then, this is Randy walking and reading to little Elsie. She would have only been probably 2 months old at that time. I'm hoping we get to see them. Probably not. Well, I'm hoping we get to see them before Christmas. We don't know. Then there's a picture of Ronald, which was so funny because all at once it showed up in our picture frames. And I told Randy, who's that? And it goes, oh, that's Dad. I had no idea we had a picture of him when he was that age. Then we have my mom in her band uniform. And this was Casper the day we brought him home. This was in the car. And he was just not a happy fella. He just kept looking at me. He was just so raggedy. They said if we would have waited another day, they would have had him groomed. But we didn't. In fact, he was supposed to be groomed yesterday, but I wasn't going to be able to pick him up because I didn't trust it. This is my grandson, Tobias. This is from last year. And a robot he created. This is my grandma and my grandfather. Grandma and Grandpa Landis. Ian and Rachel. Needless to say, that was their wedding day. Like I said, these aren't on the correct months, but that's okay. I didn't really care. Then we have, I think that was Elsie and Rachel, Ian, and Ronald on their Christmas visit last year or 2 years ago. That had to have been last year. Yeah, because she's just 3 now. So, yeah. When I went out to California, not this last time, but the time before, Genevieve became the expert at putting Casper to sleep in the morning or at the afternoon. And that's when we were waiting for her brother when he was at music class. Oh, wait till you see this one. That's Randy and I at his prom, which was really our first date. I'm not going to show you anymore because I'm watching the time and I'm going to run out of time. So anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful week. I hope all your craftiness, it comes out successfully, and if you make any mistakes, I hope they're little ones and that they're easy to fix. Love you all. Big, big hugs. Take care. God bless. And talk to you next week. Bye-bye.